Unfortunately, we have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put 2 dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coon. The white man to go nuts if he can't shoot. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your
Ahmadiyyah.
skin?
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
Touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations. America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get mad. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of Eric Malcolm.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans, and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got...
This is the sound of David's fun.
She was shocked that Corey Gamble.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your morning wake-up call. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. All right, so let's see who's in here. Everyone, please get the likes up. Don't forget to double check and make sure you're still subscribed if you didn't receive notifications. Okay, Miss Cookie is here. Claudette, Byron, Pearly, Terry Hinton, Juju is in the house. All right, Bronze Flat Power God, Ma'at Egypt is here. Buckhorse DC. All right, We the People, Jane, Sophie. All right, let's get ready to get into it. Linda is here. Courtney J. All right, shout out to everyone in the chat, my loyal royals. Shout out to my moderators putting in work. Okay, everyone, please get those likes up. You all know how it goes down in the YouTube streets. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. I see you, 504 Nola. Darius Perplex is here, above all the drama. Okay, Leon is here. Let's get into it. All right, and so let's get right into it. All right. It's all nefarious, and I'm sure you already know. Hey, Ty's Kitchen. Okay, so first things first. Let's talk about it because there is a whole lot of people connected to Diddy, and I'm sure it's for nefarious purposes. Please pay attention. Now, you may remember, hey, Shelby, you may remember that weeks ago, people were talking all over TikTok about how Kim Kardashian unfollowed Diddy 24 hours before the raid and all of that. Some of y'all have a whole lot of time on y'all's hands because if y'all know who these celebrities are following and unfollowing, y'all are better than me because I don't even pay attention. But thanks for your due diligence nonetheless. But so anyway, everybody was talking about all of that. And so, you know, I was wondering, well, why would she unfollow Diddy? I didn't even know her and Diddy were such good friends, but clearly they are. And as it turns out, Kris Jenner's boyfriend, Corey Gamble, is really good friends with Diddy and has been for a long time, and also was really good friends with Kim Porter. In fact, so much so that he was actually at Kim Porter's house the day that she passed away. Now, I'm sorry, I had no idea about any of this. Did you all know this? Because it's news to the Queen. Okay, this is all news to me, but also let's talk about Lou Taylor. Okay, because Lou Taylor, as well as Robin Greenhill. Robin Greenhill is Diddy's accountant who was named in Rodney Jones's lawsuit, supposedly was the one wiring that money to the alleged SEX workers. Okay, Lou Taylor has been called by some the wicked witch of the industry, and some people even call her Lucifer, rather than just Lou Taylor. Please pay attention. They said this woman is very nefarious, and she was all caught up in this scandal about Britney Spears' money, okay, this conservatorship and all of that, and there was a big deal going on about that. So let's talk about that first. Then we'll get into Kris Jenner. Let's talk about that first. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Now, this woman owns this organization called TriStar, okay, and she was, in fact, accused of spying on Britney Spears. All right, and then she tried to get a delay for a key hearing in the conservatorship. This was in July of 2022. Robin Greenhill sought a last-minute postponement to add additional lawyers, but judge saw no irreparable harm keeping July the 27th for the showdown. Now, the TriStar executive accused of helping Britney Spears' dad mirror his daughter's iCloud account to spy on the pop star's private messages has lost a last-minute bid to delay a key hearing next week, or whether she must sit for a deposition and cough up documents. Because here's the thing. They wanted both Diddy's accountant, Robin Greenhill, and this woman who was Diddy's manager, Lou Taylor. They wanted both of them to come for a deposition because there was questions about what was going on with Britney's money. Now, Greenhill sought the postponement by saying that she hired a new law firm last weekend and her new counsel needed more time to become familiar with her motion to quash the subpoenas served by Britney's attorney, Matthew Rosengart. Now, for his part, Rosengart opposed the requested delay, arguing in a dueling filing that Greenhill was still represented by her longtime attorney, Eric Adler, and that new evidence recovered from a third party allegedly showed Greenhill made false or materially misleading public statements in a prior sworn declaration. So, in other words, lied. Okay, the court said Greenhill failed to show that she would suffer irreparable harm if the hearing on her motion remained on the calendar for July the 27th, where it had been for months. Now, Greenhill and her boss, TriStar CEO Lou Taylor, were both fighting Rosengart's quest to depose them on video, as well as his subpoenas demanding all documents and communications related to electronic surveillance, cloning, or monitoring of Britney's phone, and anything related to TriStar's compensation for the estate, and anything regarding Britney's medical care. The singer's claim was that she was coerced to work and the alleged bugging of Britney's bedroom. So here's the thing. They said this woman was all in Britney's business, was secretly spying on her. Britney at one point had accused this woman of allegedly stalking her. And this woman also wanted to have all of the information about what was going on with Britney, specifically about her finances and all these things. She tried desperately to make herself the co-conservator when Britney's dad was going through all this business with her. So I'm going to pull some of this stuff up on the screen so you all can see this. Now, first of all, let's talk about Robin Greenhill. I'm going to pull up the part of the document where she's shown in there in Rodney Jones's paperwork to be someone who was issuing out the money to the alleged SEX workers. Please pay attention. Okay, so it says at point 223, it says Robin Greenhill, the accountant, would ensure the wiring, funds transfer, or cash payments to the SEX workers. Frank Santella, Moy Bond, Brennan Paul, and KK would also be responsible for ensuring payment to the workers in cash. Young Miami, Jade, and Daphne Joy were paid a monthly fee to work as Mr. Combs' SEX workers and received payment via wire transfer from Robin Greenhill, which outlined defendants' ongoing criminal operation. So this woman's accused of having been involved in Diddy's organization. Now, this woman in the white jacket with the red, that's Lou Taylor. And, like I said, they talk about how nefarious and low down and dirty this woman is in the industry. Now, the other one works for her and with her, and that is Robin Greenhill, the one in the black. All right. So that's the one that's in the paperwork and the allegations by Rodney Jones as having been wiring out this money. And so I just find it very interesting that these same two women are tied to Diddy, but they're also tied to Britney Spears and that whole controversy and scandal about her conservatorship. Now, I'm going to play some audio. I don't have permission to use this video, so I'm just going to play the audio and I'll put an overlay on the screen. But this is a young woman who supposedly worked with Lou Taylor at some point, and she's talking about some of the shady things that she's supposedly been engaged in, allegedly. Please pay attention. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance.
Mary Sawyer Taylor rose to notoriety as the so-called mastermind behind Britney Spears' conservatorship. And she tried to force me to stop making videos about her by meddling with my law firm employment, but that's a story for another day. She's had a lot of jobs in the entertainment industry, including publicist, accountant, life manager, attempted conservator, and business manager. But what a lot of people don't know is she's one of Hollywood's most prolific and profitable managers.
Now, let me stop right there so you all are not confused. She's at this moment, she's talking about Lou Taylor, the one in the red and white with the white blazer. This is the person she's speaking on.
Alongside Travis Scott for the Astroworld tragedy, and her business associate and employee, Robin Greenhill, was accused in a lawsuit against P. Diddy of helping orchestrate an S-trafficking scheme. The other day, I had a...
Now, did you all hear that? She's talking about how Greenhill was accused in the lawsuit with P. Diddy about the whole S-trafficking thing. That's the Rodney Jones suit.
About this woman, and it goes all the way back to 1995. I think I uncovered the very beginnings of the Lou Taylor scheme plot, and I have reason to believe it took her literally decades to effectuate this ultimate plan. Everything in this video is just speculation, and I'm going to show you exactly where I got all of the information and the ideas that I did get, and you're free to make up your own mind by the end. Pray before approaching. An affiliate would be spawned, and Lou Taylor would become the president of that. Al Otero, chamber founder and executive director, said more chapters are on the way in Florida. The chamber has a forum on CompuServe, and Otero says that they have received interest as far away as England. So far, so good. It's the Christians wanting to network with each other twine. Her Christian...
Hold on, I'm going to fast forward.
...millions of dollars for Britney. She declared bankruptcy herself in 2001. So here are those filings. The next year, 2002, Louise M. Taylor is listed as agent of TriStar Sports and Entertainment Group in Brentwood. But look, it's at 9590 Liberty Church Road. So she's using the church address that her husband owns, Calvary Baptist or whatever, for her own business address. Again, mixing business and religion. That's a church. That's not the headquarters of your accounting firm. A few years goes by and it's 2005. This is another one of Lou Taylor's first most famous clients, and it was Meta World Peace, aka Ron Artest. Now, Ron Artest had been basically goaded into getting into a fight at a basketball game. He's a basketball player. There's whole documentaries that have been done on this, but basically at the time, this group of men were very unfairly punished because some fans in the audience were really harassed. Were throwing things at them, and so finally there was only so much the men could take, and then they retaliated. Well, when they did that, the media had a field day, and all they were calling them everything but a child of God.
Ball hat, right there. He's hitting Artest from behind. Watch another fan.
Wait for a new judge. So in Lynn Spears' book, she's like, oh, Lou said God told her to wait and fast and pray. But in the emails attached to literally court documents, that's not what it says. We don't have people saying, let's wait and fast and pray. No. Let's wait because...
Okay, I'm going to stop right there because she's just kind of babbling a bit. But so let's talk about it. Now, this woman, like I said, wanted to get her hands on Britney's main trust fund where she had a whole bunch of most of her valuables listed. She also wanted to be the co-conservator, and also there were some emails that were in the filings, in the court filings. And so I'm going to pull some of this stuff up. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Now, this is from Lou Taylor right here. Okay, this is an email where she said, we have run into a problem with our judge selection. The only judge who will be able to hear our case on Friday is the one drug who will not give Jamie the power to administer psychotropic drugs to B. B being Britney. Okay, the first time she is off the bench is Wednesday. That is the first safe day to be in court on this matter. If we go earlier, all of this work could well be virtually for nothing, as Jamie will be able to get her diagnosed, but not get her treated. We have discussed with Jamie, and we are in agreement that we would rather be safe than sorry. Please pray for B, that we will get more info and she will suffer no further harm at the hands of Sam. You can call me on my cell in about a half an hour. Okay, now let me say this. In this email, basically, they're wanting to put Britney on drugs. Okay, they're wanting to give her psychotropic drugs. Now, first of all, Britney at one point had not even been diagnosed with anything, and they felt like it's a problem. And then they wanted to go around this judge because this judge wasn't allowing them to do so. Why did they want to have Britney on drugs? Well, likely because according to Britney, at one point when they had her on these drugs, she wasn't able to function properly. So this is a way to keep people in control. And let's not forget, they wanted to give her lithium, allegedly, which is the same thing that Kanye was talking about them supposedly giving him. And let's not forget how Kanye said they will put people in your life, they will plant people there to try to control you. These people are handlers, okay? And they were trying to do the same thing to Britney that they were basically trying to do to him, allegedly. Okay, so I'm going to pull up this video. Likes up, everyone, please. A like and share. Thank you in advance.
My therapist sat me down in a room and said he had a million phone calls about how I was not cooperating in rehearsals and I haven't been taking my medication. All of this was a false. He immediately the next day put me on lithium out of nowhere. He took me off my normal meds I'd been on for 5 years. And lithium is a very, very strong and completely different medication compared to what I was used to. But put me on that and I felt drunk. I really couldn't even take up for myself. I couldn't even have a conversation with my mom or dad really about anything. I told them I was scared and my doctor had me on 6 different nurses with this new medication come to my home, stay with me, to monitor me on this new medication, which I never wanted to be on to begin with. There were 6 different nurses in my homes and they wouldn't let me get in my car to go anywhere for a month. Not only did my family not do a goddamn thing, my dad was all for it. Anything that happened to me had to be approved by my...
Remember when Britney Spears went crazy? This is what really happened.
Asked them, how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly? It took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here and it would have been, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though.
Well, they would have Britney Spears too. I mean, look at
they would have Michael Jackson.
Invited album listening party. Now, our friends Randy Barbado and Fenton Bailey from the Wow Report, of course, they had told me, I said, well, what can I expect? Because they were shooting an hour kind of documentary on Britney for MTV or VH1 at the time. And they said, basically, and I don't think Britney had come out at the time and said she was under a conservatorship, but they said there's this woman who is at Britney's side at all times, and she basically tells her what to do and where to go, and it's really creepy. And I get there, and this woman was there, and it was like Britney was her it was like Britney was her captive. She was her captor. Now, Britney mentions her by name in the book a lot and how much she hated her. And I'm not going to mention her name because I don't want to get sued. But it was really creepy.
Really?
Yeah, it was really creepy.
Never let her out of her sight.
Oh, no. And whispering in her ear before everything. And we're sitting up there on stage with me and Britney and will.i.am. And she comes up, says something in her ear. And Britney's like, And I remember they brought me in to meet Britney before the interview. And I was in some room. And they brought Britney in a birthday cake. And they're like, happy birthday, Britney. Surprise. And Britney goes, it's not my birthday. My birthday was last month. Wow. And I'm like, what are they doing? You know, and it was clearly for the cameras, and it was just also weird.
Okay, so there you heard that. At the end of the day, said this woman was with her and basically like she was just controlling her, whispering in her ear, trying to direct her on what to say, and all of that stuff sounds like a handler to me. And then pay attention to how all of these people that are supposed to be in have these conservatorships, they always seem like they're out of their mind when they're around the very people who are supposed to be looking out for them. And then when you hear them talking normal is when they're away from these people, like Wendy Williams, for example. Okay, so this is all real crazy. Now the Kardashians got backlash for dealing with this woman, Lou Taylor. The Kardashians are facing backlash for working with Britney Spears' controversial ex-business manager, Lou Taylor. Here's everything you need to know. So the family's facing backlash, according to documents obtained by Page 6, that appear to suggest a link between their companies and the former business manager of Britney Spears' estate, Lou Taylor. If you don't know who Lou Taylor is, the current president and CEO of TriStar Sports and Entertainment Group, which was founded in 1992. Now, however, Taylor, who has worked for a range of A-listers, including Jennifer Lopez, Gwen Stefani, she has faced criticism in recent years over her connection to Britney Spears. Now, Taylor first worked as a business manager for Spears' younger sister in 2004 before becoming friends with her father, Jamie, who was later described as the Spears family spokesperson during a Today Show interview days after the singer was hospitalized under a psychiatric hold in 2008. Now, in her memoir released that same year, Spears' mother alleged that Taylor and Jamie discussed the possibility of a conservatorship after the hospitalization. Taylor's attorney has repeatedly denied these claims, saying that this is just something that was created by attorneys in the probate court without any contribution from Taylor or TriStar. So basically denying any of it. Now, a year after the conservatorship was implemented, Taylor was hired as the business manager for Spears' estate and oversaw her 2009 comeback tour. Her attorney told BuzzFeed News that Taylor began representing the estate generally in 2010, and that TriStar also provided an important role in connection with budgeting, planning, and assisting with the negotiation of Spears' Las Vegas residency, which ran between 2013 through 2017. Now, Spears was due to start a second-rate Vegas residency in February of 2019, but pulled out a month before the shows began and announced an extended hiatus. The circumstances around her sudden hiatus sparked the global #FreeBritney movement, with fans expressing concern that she was being held at a mental health facility against her will. Taylor resigned from her position in August of 2020 at around the same time that Spears stated for the first time in court documents that she was strongly opposed to her father continuing to serve as her sole conservator. In a statement to BuzzFeed, however, Taylor's attorney said that her resignation was necessitated by severe death threats sent to TriStar, its staff, and family members as a result of the #FreeBritney movement. So she's claiming that she was getting death threats. Now, less than a year later, Spears spoke publicly about the conservatorship for the first time in shocking court testimony, where she accused her father and co-conservators of abuse. Spears said that she was forced to take psych tests against her will and had her blood drawn multiple times a week during the 2009 comeback tour, with her conservators telling her that she'd have her life back if she only would comply. She also said she was forced to take lithium against her will after rehearsals broke down for the second Vegas residency in 2019. Same thing they were trying to give Kanye, to keep you stoned out of your mind so they just walk around like zombies, and these handlers are in control of everything that they do. Ever since the testimony, both Spears' conservatorship and Taylor's role as business manager of her estate have been heavily scrutinized in a series of documentaries. Now, in September, FX and Hulu's Controlling Britney Spears alleged that Taylor and her company, including her associate named Robin Greenhill, who is also Diddy's accountant, had been involved in every step that Britney took. These claims were denied by TriStar. Now, a source in CNN's Toxic Britney Spears Battle for Freedom went on to claim that the singer was aware and angered by the control exercised over her by Lou Taylor and her company, which reaped millions of dollars from her estate. So basically robbing Britney this entire time is what they're saying. Now, in a statement to BuzzFeed, Taylor's attorney called both claims false and defamatory. Well, where's her lawsuit? You're not suing for libel, defamation, slander? See, I tell you all the time how people love to try to deny things that they likely pretty much absolutely did, and then they talk about it's defamatory and they're going to sue and they never do. Okay, so she said it was false and defamatory before adding that Taylor was never a business manager for Spears herself and had nothing to do with her day-to-day activities. But yet she wanted them to report everything to her. Okay, that's what she wanted them to do. Hold on, let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. This is one where she says, from Lou Taylor, where she says, I talked to the girls about Andrew Wallet. He and TriStar will serve as the co-conservators with you. They cannot use Howard. He is an interested party. Okay, so this is right here basically admitting that she wanted to be in on it, and this is dated January the 17th of 2008. Okay, so she said she had nothing to do with it, but she wanted everything to do with it. And then here's another one where it says, okay, I am absolutely fine with that. I just want to make sure that I am included. Pay attention. I am included in those conversations so I know what is going on. Remember that engagement letter requires copies to come to our office of all documents to be preserved for the benefit of Jamie. Yes, I am really excited that the opportunity on Monday opened just as Jamie and I thought something would. It was perfect. I have all the confidence in you, and we'll see you soon. So this is the whole time sitting there plotting to try to find out everything that's going on with Britney. Now, this is something that was reported. It says Britney Spears is an almost 30-year-old mother of two who is still living under a conservatorship. She used to have a charity called the Britney Spears Foundation, not so much anymore. According to the most recent federal tax filings, Spears' parents and a guy with the perfect name of Andrew Wallet have pretty much zeroed out the effort. The Britney Spears Foundation, as of this spring, now claims $17 in total assets. Now, in December, the Spearses and Wallet sent $50,000 to Mercy Ministries of Nashville and $42,000 to Cree Help in California. The former helps young women with pregnancy issues, drugs, etc., to get back on their feet. Cry Help is a rehab facility, and that leaves in the till a mere $17, which Britney can use for chewing gum or comic books. It's kind of a sad end to the Britney Spears Foundation, which was once run by a woman in Massachusetts and was supposed to fund a summer camp for underprivileged kids who wanted to be performers. The last time Spears sent the camp money was in 2008, and that was $21,000. Spears is currently on world tour with dates in Florida. Okay, so what happened to all of that money, and what happened to the foundation? Because clearly it sounds like it went under. And also, right before the conservatorship where Britney's father took over, Lou Taylor allegedly loaned him $40,000 because he was having financial problems, which is nothing new because it seems like Spears' parents have always had financial problems. I mean, right before she signed her first record deal, they had filed a bankruptcy. Okay, but so let's continue. I'm going to share my screen in just a second to show you all this TikTok video where this young lady went digging up information about this as well. And I want you to pay attention because they claim that Britney's foundation gave money to this church, Mercy Ministries. These people are playing with God. These people are out here using religion to grift people. That's one of the easiest and one of the oldest grifts in the world because many people that are religious are often very giving and want to help, and people can come to them and tell them all kinds of lies. And so basically, in my opinion, they're using the ministry just to grift people and we're going to talk about Kris Jenner's church in a minute because they're calling that a fake church. I mean, what church do you know of where you have to pay $1,000 a month just to be a member? Okay, please make that make sense. And so goes on to say, however, documents obtained by the Daily Beast show that just 2 weeks after Spears' bombshell court testimony earlier this year, Kylie and Kim's companies filed new statements of information changing the agent for service of process from Taylor to Irresident Agent Inc. TriStar's mailing address was still present on the paperwork, however, and Taylor's current involvement in the business remains unclear. Okay, so after all this stuff came out about Britney Spears and she testified and all of that, well, then conveniently, the Kardashians, well, now they want to just sever ties. Okay, they got rid of Taylor. Says that the companies filed new statements of information, changing the agent for service of process from Taylor, to Irresident Agent Inc. TriStar's mailing address, however, was still present on there. So this other company that they put it under, for all we know, that could be related to Taylor as well, because why is her company's address still on there? And then they said business remains unclear. Well, the Kardashians are now receiving backlash from Spears' fans who have branded them hypocrites for speaking out in support of the pop star despite working with Taylor. But see, this is what they do a lot of the times in the industry and in Hollywood. They'll sit there and be saying one thing and doing something totally different behind everybody's back. Okay. In March, shortly after the release of the documentary Framing Britney Spears, Kim took to Instagram to publicly share her empathy for the toxic singer. Now, she says, so I finally watched the Britney Spears documentary this week, and it made me feel a lot of empathy for her. The way the media played a big role in her life and the way it did can be very traumatizing, and it can really break even the strongest person. First of all, I'm calling cap on Kim. I'm calling cap on that because, first of all, Kim doesn't care anything about Britney as far as I'm concerned. And also, allegedly, the same things that were being done to Britney is what Kim and her mother, Kris Jenner, were allegedly requesting Lou Taylor to do to Kanye, saying that they were supposedly, according to sources, they were supposedly trying to get a conservatorship over Kanye. And that's why Kanye was talking about them trying to give him lithium and all of that. And then let's not forget his supposed handler, who was supposed to be allegedly Canadian intelligence, threatening to have him locked back up and pumped full of drugs so he can go back into zombie land. Remember that? So now they didn't have any empathy and sympathy for Britney. Kim, it's just all fake and BS. Okay, just like her mother has taught her to be. So then goes on to say, no matter how public someone's life may seem, no one deserves to be treated with such cruelty or judgment for entertainment, she added, please. And then later in June, Khloe Kardashian tweeted out in support of Spears, saying, no one should be treated like this. Stay strong, queen. You deserve better. # free Britney. These Kardashians are so fake. They are absolutely so fake and nefarious as far as I'm concerned. I cannot stand them. However, fans have been left unimpressed by the family speaking out in support of Spears while failing to address their business relationship with Taylor. Well, they're not going to talk about that because, like I just told you, they wanted her to do the same thing to Kanye, allegedly. Saying maybe drop Lou's name, one person said in response to Khloe's tweet. In another, a fan urged the family to look into Taylor's relationship with Spears. They don't have to look into it. They already know. Because here's the thing. I absolutely believe that Diddy had a hand in that because Diddy has been friends with Lou Taylor. He's been friends with this woman from day one. They're day ones, literally. She met him when he was at Uptown, Uptown Records, when he was an intern. That's how long he's been knowing this woman at the end of the day. Okay, so I'm quite sure Diddy had something to do with it. Please pay attention. Now I'm going to go to this video that a TikToker did. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. I'm going to share my screen.
Okay, y'all, I got some tea. I ain't never been this nosy and did this much digging. But let me tell y'all why Kim Kardashian basically stopped following Diddy. Oh, this is so good. Let me say this, y'all. This judgment that is happening to Hollywood, it is getting ready to take down every superstar that ever was, from past to now. We will begin, and this is a prophetic word, we will begin to see people having terminal illnesses, being sick, being passed away, and will start to have legal trouble. Let me dive into this. So y'all know how it just was released that Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble had something to do with Diddy recently. If you go look, Corey Gamble had some dealings with Diddy. I'm not going to go into his story. This ain't about Corey. Sorry, Corey. You for another day. So apparently there is allegedly a secret video footage that has released of Kris Jenner and Diddy's house. I don't know too much about that. That's all I know, some secret video. Okay, let's get past that. Judgment is here, y'all. 24 hours before the raid, Kim Kardashian decides to unfollow Diddy, right? Well, come to find out, this person by the name of Lou Taylor is apparently Diddy's manager. And this Lou Taylor woman is also on the board of Hillsong's church home. Follow me, go with me. They are doing all of this, child, in the name of the Lord. Just follow the story. Now, to cover myself, everything in this video is a legend, honey. This is what I digged up, and I don't know how much truth is to it, but there's reportings, okay? So everything that I'm saying is allegedly. Keep that in mind. So Lou Taylor apparently is paying off, allegedly, some of Diddy's victims from this slush fund through some church fund, okay? Not only that, Kim Kardashian mama has been making these girls pay 10% tithes to some church that Lou Taylor and her husband is basically owner, co-owner, or whatever. So I was like, let me look into this Lou Taylor person. I'm thinking Lou Taylor was a guy who was a woman with a husband, whole husband, and they doing ministry and everything. Now, mind you, y'all remember the whole thing with Britney Spears? So come to find out, Lou Taylor, this gets deep, y'all. Hold on. Okay, so Lou Taylor is the CEO of TriStar Sports and Entertainment. She's like a business manager icon. Now, Mike, do y'all know the Lohans? What's the Lindsay Lohan? So she apparently, allegedly, she has been behind most of these stars' conservatorship situations, especially Britney Spears. So before we talk about Britney, Mike Lohan, which is the Lohan girl, Lindsay Lohan's daddy, accused Lou Taylor and the mama Dina Lohan for trying to put Lindsay Lohan in a conservatorship concerning her money. Also, allegedly, there's a lawsuit from 2021 with Astroworld tragedy, and she's being sued for employment discrimination. This is what this Lou lady is. Now, Lou Associates maintain intense control also over Britney Spears' life and money. And she was behind even the conservatorship of why Britney Spears had that conservatorship, because she ended up becoming the business manager and took over the financial pieces of Britney Spears' whole situationship. So in 2010, the Britney Spears Foundation launched in 2001, I'm sorry. And it was closed out with part of the remaining funds being donated to a Christian residential program that Lou and her husband Rob worked with. So between the Lohans, Britney Spears, that she was this masterful manager who has been managing all of these high-end stars. But not only that, trying to run this conservatorship with these artists, which to me is demonic work from the enemy. But let me say this, because see, y'all celebrities, y'all ain't no prayer book either. We ain't finna blame it all on Lou. You decided to do what you did too. You signed a contract. So the Kardashians is linked to this lady because, mind you, there was no public connections until 2019 with the Kardashian family. Then all of a sudden, they was named in filings in the KKW Beauty fragrance for Kim Kardashian. Also Kylie Cosmetics and Kendall Jenner Inc. This was all linked to TriStar, okay? And it also continues to today. Now, in February 2024, this TriStar lady, I can't think of her name. Y'all know I just said her name.
Okay, so I'm going to stop right there. Now, like I said, this woman has close ties to Diddy. They've been in cahoots from day one. And they say that all these people that fool with Lou Taylor, they will not leave her alone. These other celebrities that deal with this woman, whether business or whatever, it says they won't leave her alone. And here's what they say. Why won't celebrities drop Lou Taylor? So on October the 10th of 2019, the Hollywood Reporter published a fluff piece lauding the celebrity business manager and CEO of TriStar Sports and Entertainment, Lou Taylor. They talked about how oddly timed, the article was oddly timed, painting Lou as a girl boss who was breaking the glass ceiling and deemed a business manager icon during a year in which her reputation was simply crumbling online. Yeah, I thought that was interesting too, because I saw that article. In fact, I read it where they talked about how she's breaking the glass ceiling and she's such a boss and all this, that, and the third. But meanwhile, all this stuff was coming out on her where it was a whole scandal, okay, from the things with her and her husband at that church and all the nefarious business deals and shady things they had going on, the Britney Spears scandal and more. Okay, so around April of 2019, when the hashtag Free Britney movement began rising to prominence on social media, Lou Taylor emerged as hashtag Free Britney's primary villain, nicknamed Lucifer, okay, and the demon exorcist, due to her alleged involvement in the creation and daily operations of Britney Spears' now terminated conservatorship. Now, Lou's name has been connected to the attempted conservatorships of other celebrities as well, such as Courtney Love. That was claimed in 2019, and Lou aimed to take over her estate in 2010, with Love later alleging that Lou had tried for a mutated strain of a conservatorship over her in an attempt to take control of Kurt Cobain's name and likeness, and then to sell the publishing rights for Nirvana's discography. Okay, this woman sounds like a scammer to me. All right, an opportunist, someone who's clearly shady and money hungry. Now, in 2010, Michael Lohan accused Lou Taylor and Dina Lohan of trying to put Lindsay Lohan into a conservatorship as well, out of the interest of her money. Lou was also named in a lawsuit in 2021 for her alleged involvement in the Astroworld tragedy, and she's currently being sued for employment discrimination as well. So this woman's supposed to be a whole racist, but I just want you to pay attention. Diddy's been friends with her for all these years. Now, with all this bad press, you'd think that the other celebrity clients of TriStar Sports and Entertainment would publicly distance themselves from Lou and her companies, but this hasn't happened to any notable degree. To this day, she retains some of her biggest clients, including pop star Meghan Trainor, members of the Kardashian Jenner family, and Britney Spears' own sister. And so why is this? When she first took over Britney Spears' accounting, Lou Taylor's client list was scarce with star power, okay, consisting mostly of amateur turned professional athletes and a few country music stars. Some point prior to 2008, Lou began working as the business manager of Britney's teenage sister, Jamie Lynn, as well as Britney's father and future conservator, Jamie, who was working as a caterer. Now, Britney was estranged from her family at the time, and in 2007, she allegedly sent an email to her then attorney calling Lou a crazy lady and a stalker. Now, for reasons unknown, TriStar gave Jamie Spears a $40,000 loan shortly before he filed for a conservatorship over his eldest daughter. Emails from around that time show that Lou, Jamie, and Jamie's attorney, they were hatching plans for Britney's conservatorship, discussing who would be appointed as Jamie's co-conservators, which judges would allow Jamie to administer psychotropic drugs to Britney, and the public statement Jamie and co would release after the papers for the arrangement were filed. Now, once the conservatorship was officially enacted, Lou and TriStar were brought on as Britney's business management, benefiting from decisions made by Britney's conserved estate. Accounts under Britney's name were opened in a wealth management firm co-founded and co-owned by Lou Taylor. Just getting all her hands on all this money. Pay attention. Now, in 2010, the Britney Spears Fund, launched in 2001, was closed out, with part of its remaining funds being donated to a Christian residential program that Lou and her husband, who's a pastor, Rob, that they worked with. The program's history of gay conversion therapy. So they literally were trying to pray the gay out of people. That's what they do. They're anti-LGBTQ, and they had this gay conversion therapy that they were using. Okay, this clashed with Britney Spears' years-long support of the LGBTQ community. Now, on occasion, it seems that Lou would bill her own personal ventures to Britney directly. Jamie Spears reportedly hired a security company using Britney's money to surveil hashtag Free Britney supporters who criticized Lou. Now, Britney's current attorney, Matthew Rosengart, has publicly accused Lou of charging her own legal fees to Britney's estate in support of cases lobbied against the singer's anti-conservatorship fans. So she's using Britney's own money to fight against Britney's fans who are trying to expose her and calling her out about what she's doing with Britney and how she's alleged to have been taking Britney's money. So she's using Britney's money to fund all of this, allegedly. That's what they're basically saying. Now, according to various sources, Britney's earnings also paid for puff pieces about Lou in major Hollywood trade publications, including, for example, the 2019 article from The Hollywood Reporter. Lou and her associates seem to have maintained intense control over Britney Spears' life and finances for the majority of her conservatorship. Now goes on to say a court investigator's report from 2016 states that TriStar executive Robin Greenhill, and that's Diddy's accountant, controlled Britney's credit card use and administered her medications. Greenhill allegedly monitored Britney's iPhone activity too, viewing all of her text messages, FaceTime calls, notes, browser history, and photographs. Black Box Security, a security and investigation service provider hired to Britney's team during the conservatorship, reportedly worked closely with Greenhill and TriStar to keep Britney under constant surveillance. Okay, she was allegedly unable to leave her home without the accompaniment of Black Box personnel who would inform Jamie Greenhill and the security firm's founder of Britney's every move via group chat. So this all sounds real crazy as far as I'm concerned. This all sounds real crazy. Okay? And so this is what they have been doing. Now let's talk about Kris Jenner. Let's talk about Kris Jenner in this church. Lights up, everyone, please like and share. So Kris Jenner, as I was telling you all, has this church that people are calling a fake church. Suspicious fans think Kris Jenner founded a church for dishonest reasons. Well, I'm sorry, but here's the thing. How is it that someone who put out their daughter's own sex tape to make her famous and to get paid off of it, right? And who's known for pimping out her own daughters. How is she supposed to be so into a church that she purchases one? Kris Jenner is the world famous momager to the Kardashian Jenner family and is known for providing everyone with lots of laughs, blah, blah, blah. Okay, but anyway, goes on to say, not only is she seen to be working hard on screen with multiple business ventures and managing her daughters' and sons' lives, but there is one other venture that the momager undertook years ago that many might not know about. She founded her own church, okay? But it's not what it seems, they say. Kris founded the California Community Church in 2009. It was previously known as the Life Change Church, and its lead pastor is Brad Johnson. Now, he is a family friend of the Kardashians, and so goes on to say that some see it as a shock that Kris founded her own church. However, the family has a long-standing association with religion and is regularly seen on their shows making prayers, and they also make posts about it on their social media too. That's all for show, I'm sure. Okay, I'm not taking them serious. How can you be acting like you're so religious and you just engage in all this debauchery that they've allegedly been engaged in? And much of it we've seen with our own eyes, so it's not even alleged. But let me continue. Now, on the church's website, it states that they welcome people who are messy and make it clear that if anyone is wanting to join their church, they don't have to have their life together to be part of it. I'm sure you don't, because they clearly don't have theirs together. Please pay attention. Now, with a full emphasis on them being all about finding redemption for past or current mistakes, they say. So given that Kris founded this church about 15 years ago, it would be thought that this would be the Kardashians' church of choice when it comes down to which church they decide to attend. However, in the past, they were seen to be going to Kanye West Sunday services and have also previously been known to be going to Hillsong Church, okay, which is based in Los Angeles. Now, Hillsong has been tied up in some scandals itself, okay? And so taking this into consideration, it's unknown if there's any specific church the Kardashians go to. Now, is California Community Church a tax write-off? The main issue a lot of people seem to have with Kris having her own church is that there has been some speculation over the years over the authenticity of her having a church. The main concern of this is if Kris decided to found her own church, it wasn't so that she could have a tax write-off. Well, that's likely what it was. A lot of people do that. Now, they say within the church, there is a practice that is known as tithing, which is where it is customary to give 10% of one's earnings back to the church. This set a lot of tongues wagging regarding Kris because it's widely known that she takes 10% of all of her children's earnings, and many found this far too much of a coincidence to believe that there was nothing fishy about her founding her own church. Now, they say this may not seem like anything that anyone necessarily needs to be skeptical about at this point, particularly as many managers will often take somewhere around 10% of their clients' earnings. However, it was reported by Radar Online that the California Community Church was involved in a tax scandal after it failed to pay any taxes during its first few years. Now, Chris's church not paying any taxes might confuse some as to why this was a tax scandal, as it's also widely known that churches are exempt from paying federal, state, and local taxes. However, they do have to pay taxes on their payroll expenses, which seems to be what Chris failed to do in this instance. Okay, doesn't sound like something a business savvy woman like Chris would do. Now, Kris Jenner's church charges a monthly membership fee. There are some other issues regarding money in Chris's church that also come into play here. One of which is that there has been a few occasions where the Kardashians have been involved in some charity auctions on eBay and have given the money made from these sales to the California Community Church, which would get them out of having to pay taxes on that money. Okay, so this is pretty much sounds like money laundering. Okay, like they're washing their money almost so to speak. So they're taking money from other things and putting it into this church so they don't have to pay taxes on it. I just want you all to pay attention. See, this is what some wealthy people do. Now, the other issue is the membership fee that the church charges. Many churches will vary what they charge for their churchgoers. Some will charge a mandatory fee. Some will ask that members pay 10% of their earnings, but won't make this mandatory. And others will ask for a small contribution whenever someone attends their church. However, the California Community Church charges $1,000 per month in order to be able to attend their church. So it certainly seems like something that is more for the rich and the wealthy. Okay, so I just want you all to pay attention. Now, of course, Kris using the church as a tax write-off can only be speculation at this point, as the Kardashians have appeared to be very tight-lipped about this matter. Okay, it can only be hoped that the church was founded and continues to run out of the purest of intentions and nothing else at this time. Please, don't miss me with it. That's not what it's being run on. Okay, and in fact, I've heard allegations of a cult. Okay, I've heard that this whole thing is a cult, and that it's all about preaching about prosperity and just grifting people out of their money. Okay, that's what I've heard about all of this, and I find it also interesting. And here's the thing: now that we know that Corey Gamble, Kris Jenner's boyfriend, has ties to Diddy, and even has said that he helped to raise Diddy's kids. Yeah, he even claims to have helped to raise Diddy's kids. I find that all very interesting. And like I said, he was at Kim Porter's house the day that she died. So they were that close. So definitely some shady stuff going on here. Now look at this. This is a picture of Corey Gamble and Kim. And he posted this saying, "Happy birthday, Kim Porter. I will always continue to thank you for all you and Diddy did for my life. More love." Okay, and so how many people are caught up in this scandal? How many more people are going to be exposed? How many people have ties to Diddy and shady dealings and things going on? And here's the thing. I find it very interesting because you know how they say birds of a feather flock together? Yeah, well, that's absolutely interesting because Kris Jenner was also sued for sexual assault, just like Diddy. Please pay attention. And how come this wasn't all over everywhere? Because I don't remember hearing this, but let's get into it. Exclusive. Kris Jenner's former bodyguard, Mark McWilliams, who accused her of grabbing his crotch and exposing her body parts in a lewd manner, dropped his $3 million lawsuit. Okay, so he worked for her from 2017 to 2019, and he accused the matriarch of sexual harassment as well as sexual assault and battery. Okay, he first sued Jenner in 2020 for $3 million, claiming she grabbed his butt, exposed herself to him, and had him fired when he rebuffed her advances. And he then added another stunning accusation to his legal action last year, claiming Jenner had sexually assaulted him while they were out in the luxury Bentley in 2017. And so now, you know, of course, that was dropped with prejudice. So in my opinion, he must have been paid off, given some hush money. That's just my assessment. Now, and pure speculation, by the way. So goes on to say that Mark McWilliams, who's 20 years younger than Jenner, has asked Los Angeles Superior Court judge to dismiss the case with prejudice, meaning it would be final and could not be retried. Okay, although there are no details in the new documents McWilliams has filed, it's most likely a cash settlement that was secretly reached. Okay, please pay attention. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it was. Now I'm going to show you who this guy is. Okay, so he's an African-American who also accused Jenner of racial discrimination. Okay, please pay attention. Racial discrimination. But some of these people that look like me just love him. I want y'all to pay attention. Okay, said he also accused her of racial discrimination. And like I said, he was working for her between 2017 and 2019. And some of our people be thinking that because these people date and sleep with people who look like us, that they're not racist. Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything as far as I'm concerned, because the slave owners did the same exact thing. Please pay attention. Now, let me pull this up. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Don't forget to like and share. Okay, this is the young man right here who had the allegations against her. Okay. So with that all being said, sounds like she's getting accused of some of the same things Diddy was accused of. And here is the lawsuit filing. T of y'all said Corey was Diddy's side dude. Bet he knew about the lethal dose. Oh, I pretty much agree with you on that. Absolutely. Okay, so there is the paperwork for the filing right there. And then I guess he hold on. This is the request for dismissal, which was filed in the county of Los Angeles, October the 24th of 2023. Yeah, definitely he was paid off. No doubt about that. Now, Jenner's daughter, Kourtney Kardashian, was also named in the lawsuit, but it was her mother who subjected McMillan to a pattern of unwanted and unwelcomed sexual advances and otherwise harassing conduct, as he claimed in the documents. According to McWilliams, Chris was repeatedly and frequently causing her body to come into contact with him intimately and physically. Also nefarious. Clearly sounds thirsty is all I'm saying. Now, among her inappropriate and sexually suggestive behavior, he listed massaging his neck. These are just some of the things that he accused her of doing. Massaging his neck, his shoulders, arms, and back without his consent, causing her hand to rest on his thigh and groin, causing her pelvis to rub against his back and or rear end without his consent or approval, causing her hands to come into contact with his rear end without his. This is awesome. What is wrong with these people? They are such freaks. Andrew said, remember the song, The Freaks Come Out at Night? Well, I guess they are out. They are out in the daytime also. This is all hilarious. Manila says, I believe Corey offed Kim. It had to be somebody close. Yeah, I mean, that's very suspicious, beloved, because why was he at her house the day that she passed away? He was there when the paramedics were there. Okay, I find that very interesting. Yeah, right? And he's such good friends with the Diddy and all of that too. Yeah, something sounds real fishy about it. So goes on to say that she would cause her hands to come into contact with his rear end without his consent or approval, exposing portions of her body to him in a lewd, suggestive manner. McWilliams was seeking a jury trial and $3 million in damages. And he told Jenner that her behavior was unwelcomed and asked her to stop. But Jenner ignored all of those requests and persisted with inappropriate behavior and misconduct. I mean, this to me just sounds like she's a female version of Diddy. I'm sorry, it sounds like it. Okay, because then he says that she fired him once he rebuffed her advances. And isn't that what Diddy is alleged to have threatened to do to people if they didn't go along with his BS? McWilliams also alleged racial discrimination, including pervasive and cruel mockery, harassment, belittling, and otherwise humiliating mistreatment by defendants due to his race. I want you all to pay attention. But some of our people love these folks, okay? The Kardashians, no less. Now, he complained to his security company employer's human resource department, but he contended he was again ignored. Well, because they didn't want to lose that contract. You see, they don't want to lose that contract to work with the Kardashians because I'm sure they were getting paid very well. So no, his security company wasn't going to do anything. He was suspended from working with Chris, but continued working for Kourtney till he was fired in September of 2019. this is what McWilliams says. He said in the lawsuit, he also alleged wrongful termination against his employers, David Shield Security and Armor Protection Services, because he feels like Kris Jenner was the reason they got rid of him. Now, McWilliams claimed that after his firing, he endured harassment, intimidation, and otherwise threatening misconduct in an effort to dissuade or prevent him from bringing any form of action against defendants for the unlawful misconduct. Doesn't it sound like the same stuff that they're saying about Diddy and this lawsuit with Kris Jenner? This sounds like many of the same allegations that Diddy had. Now, I can see why they're all such ace boon coons. Okay? And so, after McWilliams filed his lawsuit, Jenner's attorney, Marty Singer, trashed the claims in a statement saying that Kris Jenner and Kourtney Kardashian vehemently deny the completely false claims made by former security guard Mark. Isn't that exactly what Diddy's attorney, Sean Hawley, said? Almost verbatim. Isn't that what Sean Hawley said about Diddy? Saying his absurd allegations are clearly fabricated and are contrary to easily confirmed facts. Kris never acted inappropriately toward him. Now, the security company stopped assigning McWilliams to work there after the guard was repeatedly caught sleeping in his car on the job. That's what they claimed, that he was fired because he was sleeping on the job. Significantly, McWilliams never made any complaints to his employer about Kris until contriving this ludicrous claim a year later. Although Kourtney is named in the lawsuit, she's not accused of doing anything improper, nor did she do so. That's what their attorney said. McWilliams is a founding member of the late 80s group MGM, Musically Gifted Men, which he started with his close friend, disgraced rap star R. Kelly. First of all, I don't know why they call R. Kelly a rap star. But anyway, and then they always have to add that he's disgraced. So please pay attention. Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the series which catapulted the family into the spotlight after it launched in 2007, endured for 20 seasons till 2021. And last year, the family launched a new reality show called The Kardashians. Kris's first taste of fame came during her first marriage to LA lawyer Robert Kardashian, when he was one of the dream team of the top attorneys who won an acquittal for O.J. Simpson at the end of his notorious murder trial in the mid-1990s. So anyway, I find this all interesting. Odd Negroes officials said everyone linked to one another. Yes. Okay, whoever wrote the article is a racist, said Jeff ATL. I don't know if they're racist, but I know they said that Jenner was sued for discrimination at the end of the day. So it's just all real crazy. All these people are doing a whole bunch of BS. Please pay attention. Oh, with that all been said, everyone please get those likes up. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Now let me pull up this video. Hold on. This video of Kanye real quick.
Corey is a plant. Corey was, Puff Daddy, Natty, Manny. You know what I'm saying? Then he was with Justin Bieber, but Justin Bieber got in trouble. And then when Bruce did a transition to Caitlyn, he popped up. Now he run around like he Kylie Daddy. But he's there for the agenda and controlling the power of that family.
So you all heard what Kanye was saying about Corey Gamble. That's Kris Jenner's boyfriend. Okay, he's basically saying this man's a handler. That's what it sounds like. He's calling him a handler. Okay, I want you all to pay attention. Andrea said, if R. Kelly's disgrace, what do you call them? I know, right? Okay, so yeah, Diddy was very close with those people. And also there's allegations that Diddy was getting illegal substances or getting some type of medications, shall I say, from Robin Greenhill to be used to drug Britney. Those are allegations. I can't substantiate that, but those are some of the allegations that were made too. Said that Greenhill was supposedly supplying Diddy with some stuff so he could drug, or so Britney could be drugged. Don't know if he was specifically going to do it himself, but that's some of the allegations. So I just, like I said, I find it all real crazy. And let's not forget that Diddy was close with Britney also, if you all didn't know that. Okay, so in this picture, Diddy, Cassie, and Britney look all real chummy. I'm just wondering if him and Cassie ever had Britney in some of those freak-offs. I mean, you just never know, because we just keep finding out more and more nefarious information on a regular basis. Okay, and a lot of these stars who deal with Diddy, who have dealt with him in the past, you know, at the end of the day, they know a lot of this stuff that was going on. I think they know most stuff that was going on. And in fact, I think that many of them were involved and were active participants. That's why everybody's quiet at this point. That would be a reason why Kim Kardashian would stop following him before the raids, because who knows what footage Diddy has of any or all of them, okay, since they were at these parties at his house. All of these people that were at his house at any time, he had these mansion parties or whatever, they were on the yacht with him or whatever and whenever, who knows what footage Diddy has of them, okay? And like I told you all before, at the end of the day, Diddy probably has footage somewhere else stashed, and is hopefully, I'm sure he's hoping that he can use that to barter his freedom, because they don't want Diddy to go down and start talking and telling everybody, because it's a whole bunch of people tied to him, as we can continue to see. And what's really going on, because I find it interesting that Corey Gamble, who's dating Kris Jenner, has had a hand in all this stuff that's going on, has had ties to Diddy, ties to Kim Porter, was at Kim Porter's house the day she died. And my thing is, how come nobody knew any of this? How come we haven't known this before? And how come all we know about him is that he's Kris Jenner's boyfriend? Okay, that's all we've been hearing about this man, is he's Kris Jenner's boyfriend. We never heard all this other stuff. So what is he really up to? And then, you know, there's also been speculation and accusations of him being like a host involved with government sources. All right. I know he used to date Sheree, I think it is, from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think he used to date her. And she accused him of violence, saying that he beat her. If I'm not mistaken, don't get me to lying. Let me just double check real quick, because I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Corey Gamble claims Black China threw a chair at Rob. That's not what I'm looking for. Here it is right here. Corey Gamble and ex Sheree Buchanan claims that he stalked her. Okay, she said that he was stalking her and that he was violent. So I find it also interesting. Kris Jenner forced partner Corey Gamble to turn down Yellowstone role. Hold on, beloveds. Yeah, so this woman says that Sheree Buchanan says that he was stalking her and became violent after she broke up with him, after the breakup. Weezy Jefferson says Corey hit a link with Kris. Or hit a lick. Oh, yeah. Well, you see, his ex says that he's an opportunist and that he's just in it for the money. However, Kris Jenner doesn't seem to believe any of that. She doesn't seem to believe any of that that has been said about him. Okay? None whatsoever. And here it is right here. I knew I had one of these in here. Okay, it says, love is blind. Kris Jenner doesn't believe her boy toy, Corey Gamble, is a stalker, despite his ex revealing she was granted a protection order against him. Now, this came out in November of 2014. All right. And so Atlanta exit star Cherie Buchanan, who dated Corey for 3 years, recently told In Touch that Corey is a money-hungry opportunist and claimed that he became violent after they split, forcing her to take out a protection order against him. However, Kris, who's been moving on with Corey just months after divorcing her husband of 23 years, Bruce Jenner, isn't having any of it. And insiders told TMZ that Kris was telling all her friends she knows stalkers since she and her family have had more than their fair share, and Corey doesn't fit the profile. So I'm sorry, she's a criminal profiler now. This all sounds so ridiculous. Okay, said he doesn't fit the profile. She says he's a background guy who doesn't look for publicity or notoriety. She added that he works as a tour manager for Justin Bieber and never tried exploiting that relationship. The site reports that Corey also gave Kris a heads up that his ex would be trying to sell stories on him to get famous. Speaking to In Touch earlier, Corey's ex said that, I know Corey. He's all about power and money and will do whatever it takes to get it. He sees the Kardashians as media's first family and adds that Kris is not even his type. Okay? Exactly. All right. I find it all so interesting. And here's the order of protection that was ordered. At the end of the day, is what it is said. Hold on. No, I'm sorry. Miss Obsidian Reloaded said Kris is Corey's handler. She's a witch. I think she is his handler because she's been telling him what to do. She made him turn down that Yellowstone thing he was going to be working on. Yeah, I think she might be his handler. Who knows, honey? It's all crazy at the end of the day. Okay, there you go. This is the order of protection that was filed by his ex. And so here's the thing. You never know what's going on with these people. They got a whole lot going on as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to try to figure out more about this whole scenario because I just find it interesting. What was he doing at Kim Porter's house on the day she passed away? How was he there before Diddy was even there? I have questions. Okay? And he's talking about he literally helped to raise Diddy's kids. Main chick says, is Corey Kris's henchman? You never know. Gemini said he sounds like a proxy. Could be. At the end of the day. This is all very interesting. Like I said, it's more and more stuff coming out every day about Diddy. Okay. It's more people tied to him and all of these things. And here's what I want you all to pay attention to. I keep telling you all that this whole thing's bigger than Diddy, that all of these people that have been tied to him, all of these powerful, wealthy people, they're likely on the footage. There's likely dirt on them. They're likely all in cahoots doing some shady things together. So the thing is, I would not be surprised that, like I told you, if Diddy's indicted, that he turns up being Epstein, okay? Because people don't want this stuff getting out. They definitely don't. And as I also told you, some of the evidence that was confiscated has probably already been destroyed or done, just completely done away with it. Because some of these people, they're not going to out them. That's what they're not going to do. All right. So likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. I'm about to conclude this broadcast. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Okay. Please be sure to get those likes up. And another thing that I thought was interesting, let's go back to what Kanye said about Corey Gamble.
Corey is a plant. Corey was, Puff Daddy, Natty, Batty. You get what I'm saying? Then he was with Justin Bieber, when Justin Bieber got in trouble. And then when Bruce did a transition to Caitlyn, he popped up. Now he run around like he Kylie Daddy. But he's there for the agenda and controlling the power of that family.
He's there for the agenda and the control and the power of that family. So from what Kanye's saying, it sounds like he's the handler. I don't know, but that's what Kanye is basically saying. Okay, so like I said, it's a whole bunch of drama going on here. We need to get to the bottom of it. Thank you, Tangie, beloved. I appreciate you. Said great broadcast queen. Okay. Manila said that's why I think Corey is the handler. Yeah, I would have to go with that too. That sounds more like Corey's the handler if we go by what Kanye's saying. And also the fact that he has such close ties with Diddy, and it was at Kim's house. I think he might be one of those fixer-upper people. One of those people who make problems go away. You know how they said Fahim Muhammad worked with Diddy as his chief of security, and how he was the one you would call if you wanted to make something or someone go away. I think that's the same thing Corey Gamble could have been for Diddy too. Okay, this is all speculation. I don't have any proof, but I'm just telling you that's what I think. Because why was he there? Okay, why was he there? I just have a whole lot of questions about that. So everyone, please like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. All right. Enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. I won't be going live on the backup channel until later, possibly later, but not right now. Okay. BMCK said, great show, Queen. Thank you, beloved. Okay, so listen, I love you all to life. I hope you all have the best, blessed, and wonderful day. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. And listen, remember, beloveds, I'm coming this week with an exclusive. Okay, I'm still gathering receipts. I'm taking a deep dive into something, and we're going to be talking about it this week. So please pay attention. One Who Cares said, great live, Queen. Thank you, beloved. Okay. With that all being said, I wish you all peace, love, and prosperity. And I hope to talk to you all or see you all in the next chat. Okay. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives.
Gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece. This time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got